Sorry, yo, we kind of ran a long time doing it without the glasses today. Let's fix this. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, Nyazong,
Nyong.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Okay.
very well. What's up, man? How you been, bro?
I'm somewhat testing out my headset.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no, it's my workout. I started working out, so I decided to grab these headset. I'm so tired of like the wire ones. You're just like, oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, it gets in the way, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Are those Bose?
I think these are just JVCs, man. Too poor to
Oh,
get Bosies.
JVCs. Oh, I feel you, man. Yeah, these headsets right here, they're just my gaming headsets.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
not bad.
I should have did that with mine too. I got a gaming headset right here too.
Sounds way much better.
Right.
Um, yeah, how are you planning to stream this year, man?
Honestly, like I told my wife, man, I'm probably gonna do the same thing I always do,
Mm-hmm.
but um, the way that I stream and the way that Swoon Media streams is completely different. Um, I'm more flexible of going to whatever field that I want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
While for him, his is more stationary, just because of all the equipment that the scaffolding that they have to push around. So,
Yep.
but I was telling my wife that you know, with that Swoon Media, I mean, it depends on how big they get. I
Mm-hmm.
was talking with John too, and he said that this year he might focus on volleyball, and if he does do that, then more than likely I will pick up football again. But if
Oh,
he
okay.
picks up football, then I might consider taking a step back and just not do from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. like I do every
Yeah.
tournament. So
Yeah, bro. Yeah, cause usually they get there to be prepared like when the host and then get ready too, huh?
right, yeah. But then again, like I said, for theirs, the only thing I personally don't like is too much too much mic. One is too much
Oh.
mic. Like especially if like your team is underneath the scaffolding, they'll
Mm-hmm.
hear everything you call.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh.
seriously. And then the second thing is when they stream straight 12 hours. So
Oh,
if if
straight
if
12
you
hours?
happen to straight 12 hours. So if you happen to play on the field that they play on, and let's say you're the fourth game, you have to like scroll to the fourth game in order to find your game. So
Oh.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a straight up 12-hour stream whereas for me it's just every game. If you want to watch your game, you just watch your game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only difference. And I like the way that I stream because I get to talk with the players and like, yo, dude, throw the ball my way, and they're like, all right, I got you. Next couple of plays, I
Yeah.
get touchdown balls coming my way, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah. Their stream is good, but yeah, that 12-hour nonstop, I think that could be a downfall for it because, like
Hmm.
you said, if I was to play the fourth game, I'm like, all right, I got to go through the whole, what is it, like 4-6 hours?
Yeah, at least 3-4 hours in order to find your game.
Yeah. Versus the way that you do it is just this game, first half, all right. This game,
Yeah.
second half, all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, it's more convenient that way too. The only downfall of the way you stream is the quality versus them.
Yep. Yep. I was gonna
Uh
say I seen their streams. I'm like, God, that is so beautiful, dude. Like I'm just like,
huh.
man, how the hell? But
It
you can only do
is.
so much.
Hmm. And they have like different camera angles too. So it's like, oh shit, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Hmm.
like the instant replays.
Yes, I
If
was
you
just
really
gonna bring
watch it,
that up.
yeah, they got instant replays. I really like that.
Yeah, it makes it much more realistic.
Right, right, right.
Uh, hey, what's up, Johnny? Jonathan?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? You on the campus?
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
Nice.
I live on campus and I have my office here, so
okay, okay. How's Macalester treating you, man?
man, it's been great. It's been a dream come true, to be honest. Just to
Hmm.
you know work all these years to get here, and yeah, it's been wonderful.
So are you a professor or a staff? What's your
Yeah,
position there?
yeah. So I work as a full time staff in residential life. So I oversee three different areas, three different buildings. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I make sure I have like residence assistants. So I have five RAs, student staff that they make sure to connect with the students, they help solve problems, issues like that. And then early mornings and some evenings and such, I help coach in the weight room too. So um,
Oh.
yeah, so that's what I do. Yeah.
Oh, you get free access to the gym, yeah?
Yeah, I got my key and all that, and I get to if I have clients, I can do that too. But I help coach a lot of the varsity sports on campus. Mhm.
Oh, like which varsity sport?
Pretty much all over. But I usually go in the morning, 6 a.m. to like 8:30, and then so like softball, football, men's and women's basketball. We have a swim and dive team. We have water polo team. We have baseball.
Oh,
Yeah, and quite a bit of teams that.
yeah, because I always see you post up about like all kinds of sport. I'm like, so are you just like advertising or supporting McAllister, or are you actually a coach or a trainee in them?
Yeah, they're all all those athletes in there. I mean, I work with them some way somehow. So try to promote our teams and athletics. We're not well known about our athletics.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard because we're academically it's a very hard school to get into.
Oh,
A lot of our students are like they're doing uh sports and like on top of being like a 4.0 student, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of crazy. So, but no, it's been great, and I always try to promote all their
Mm-hmm.
other games and such.
Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, paving the way for the young guys.
Hmm.
Um, all right, let's get it started. Thanks everybody. Welcome back to the Bear With Me podcast. Today we have two of the very best linemen in the league. We got Johnny from BV. This guy has been winning championship, sending a lot of guys home, sending them crying, and the legacy continues, man. This guy's recording all of our games, 7 a.m. to the championship game. Does a lot for the community, man. So give it up for Johnny, man.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, how you guys doing?
Uh, and the other guest we have got Johnathan. Yo, this guy is the scariest guy that
Yes.
I have come across with, man. From I don't know if you heard my welcome to the league moment, Jonathan,
I,
but
I must have missed it, man.
um,
Well, I
but
might have remember.
I'll tell you after your introduction.
uh,
This guy's a powerhouse, a juggernaut. Man, I don't know that guy from Street Fighter, but he's a big, ball, strong ass guy. Yeah,
Zangief?
yeah. Oh, it's probably him. Oh, the one that carries the like fucking chain in the ball.
Oh, okay. I have
Uh,
no idea who that guy is
I
then.
forgot his name, but yeah, Jonathan's like the exact replica of that guy. Don't ever cross path with this guy, man. This guy, he will put you on your ass.
Thanks.
What's up, man? How have you guys been?
Good, yeah.
How long have you guys been playing, man? How long have you guys been playing Hmong Flag Football?
Well, for me, I started 2012, summer 2012, my sophomore year in college, and so I met my admission counselor was Chua Vang, and he go to church and went and play with Witness, and so he was like, yeah, come out, because I wanted to join the football team at Bethel, but I just didn't have enough time and whatnot. So I was like, yeah, I figure I'll do that. So I've been playing for 12 years.
Damn. At a high level, too.
I started back in 2006. When I started, I actually didn't care for HFF.
Oh, you didn't?
I truly didn't care for it. I played tackle ball in high school,
Oh,
and
yeah, I saw that.
so I'm kind of like, everybody was like, at least all the monkeys like, oh, you're the jockey Asian style Mikaga. I'm like, no, I'm not. But I honestly did not care for HFF. And then after my high school year, 2006, I graduated 05 and 06. I had a couple of friends that my old classmates. They're like, hey, let's come play. First practice, I didn't own a pair of cleats. I came in my dress shoes, and I was just
in dress
killing in
shoes.
practice. I'm like, yeah, dress shoes. And I'm like, I just came back I was doing security, and I was killing at practice. I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. The following week, got cleats and strapped up and ready to go.
Wow. So who was it that pulled you in?
It was so originally BV was it started in 05, NDX or something like that. Which
okay.
I have no idea. But then they were there for a year. They broke up, and some of my Harding guys from high school football, they started BV, and then they're like, yeah, we need a center. I'm like, oh, okay. I played center and I played left tackle in high school, so they're like, come play center. I'm like, I don't know, man. Flag football, that sounds, I don't know, that sounds not appetizing, Like,
yeah,
I like to hit.
Yep.
But got there and it was like, oh, okay, I like it.
Yeah, that's how BV started, yeah?
Yeah, that's how BV started. Started in 06, played till like 2017 when 2018-ish, when I got diagnosed with kidney failure. So
oh yeah,
I talked to my nephrologist. I'm like, man, could I still play? He's like, yeah, you can, but you shouldn't, because if something happens to your fistula, man, you're gonna be done. I'm like, all right, I'm getting that.
Yep. It's best to walk out of the game while you can, man.
Right.
So you left right before BV went to a championship with Villagers.
I was there. I was the backup. Yeah, I was the backup. I think I got like one snap or something like that. It was super dumb, because like it was I think it was like 2016 to like 19. I told my guys, I'm like, I'm getting older, guys are getting younger, stronger, faster, and I'm like, I'll be a practice body, and I'll be a backup, and I was happy being a backup, being a breather for one of the guys, and it was pretty good.
That's
I
good,
trusted
man.
my O-line from 2016 all the way over. I'm like, you guys got it. You guys don't need me. And so, yeah, it was. I was still there, but I didn't. I played one snap, and that was it.
Oh yeah, yeah. The young guys, because you guys had a great set of O-line.
Yeah. It was. Honestly, in 2010, we actually broke up, and then we tried to merge to make a super team, but it didn't work out. 2011, we regrouped, and man, the rest is history, dude. We had probably one of the, not to toot my own horn, but one of the best O-line in that era, from 2011 all the way till 2015-ish, like it was just solid,
Okay, I talk about that. about like linemen. This is a true story that I witnessed firsthand. Um, I was watching BV play. I was watching BV play. I forgot which year it was. It was like a few years ago, right? So I was on BV sideline, and BV like linemen, they was getting like they were like, "Oh man, I'm so tired, this and that." I guess it's some of the friends or family that was watching on the side too, right? And then one of the BV guy was like, "Hey, you want to step in and play?" And then because it was like a big guy that was on the sideline, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll play, but all right, please." And BV guy's like, what size you wear?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I wear this size, that size." And the BV guy's like, "Hey, who got this size cleat? Give it to me right now." Boom, grab the cleat. That guy just jumped in the game. I'm like, bro, there's no way they just pulled this guy out of nowhere and now he's playing a game for them. I'm like,
Oh,
damn.
it might be one of the old school BV guys though, Lang Lore.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it might have been. I think because usually sometimes if the BV online they get tired and they see a vet come in, like they even ask me when I record them, like, hell no, dude,
Oh.
I'm too damn old, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it probably was Lang Lore or Ku Vang that
Oh yeah.
they pulled in.
Yeah, cause yeah, the guy that went in and played, yeah, he was just in regular casual clothing to come and watch. And B was like, "Hey, what size you wear? All right, we got your cleats. Get in." And I'm just like, bro, there's no way they just recruited this lineman out of nowhere.
I would have to talk to Ye and see what happened on that one, who came in.
I forgot which year it was exactly, but seeing that firsthand, I'm just like, bro, there's no way it's just easy for them to get players on the sideline to play for them. um, so you guys had, when you guys started your career, in HFF, both of you guys had a coach, right? Johnathan, you had James, and then Johnny, you had Sid. So how was it having a coach, and how did that help you elevate your game?
Yeah, I can start. So I had Coach Vi. He was our O line and offensive coordinator, and that head coach for a bit, and then James worked with D line and defensive group. But no,
Mm,
to me it was that's the one reason why I joined Witness was like I had friends that had other Hmong teams and it just wasn't organized. They just kind of throw the ball around and whatever. And then when I showed up for practice at Witness, I was like, dang, we're doing dynamic warm ups. We're splitting to indie. We're doing drills. We're working, pass pro, all of that. Like I was like, okay, like this is legit, and I love the structure. And then we'll go into Skelly, and we'll break into teams and whatnot. Like, yo, this is so legit. And I miss this, like
mm-hmm,
having that structure and be able to really work on my craft and compete. So um, no, and then vibing, having played a little bit of college at Crown College, and then um, just study and love the game, and so just be him being able to um, kind of coach me up, and then having a lot of other guys who my buddy Chuyi, he played at Concordia and Northwestern for a little bit, and linebacker and whatnot, and even though he was a backup, just learning from those guys too, and so it's just like it was just, I mean, we practiced like the high school college team, in terms
yep,
of structure. So, no, it was awesome. I mean, I um wouldn't know how to practice otherwise, So
mm-hmm. Hey, did one of your guys come from Lights Out or know of Lights Out?
um, man, I mean, Vi and James, they're Clovis guys from Cali, and so, but
Oh,
I don't know if we might have one guy. Yeah, we have one guy. The OG guy way back. I first started like 2 years into the league. He used to play for Lights Out, and he retired. And but no, I think we only have one guy. But yeah, otherwise,
mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's some
cause
ex-con guys though.
ex-con guys.
Just a few.
uh, goes around, man. Yeah, cause what was it like? I think I heard something that like Witness Playbook. It's kind of like, did you guys branch off Lights Out Playbook, or is it similar?
It's similar because West Coast they had a lot of like wing T,
Mm-hmm.
misdirection, running plays. One play can be five different plays from that formation or that play. You can have
Yep.
a run to the strong side or counter, or you can do a play action. You can do so many things out of it, and so that's what Coach Vi and James they brought in, and no, and it was fun, man. Like just be able to run and be able to pull
Mm-hmm.
and it's simple assignments to do. And so yeah, like so it ran similar to I think Lights Out ran like a similar offense.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense because yeah, we were kind of the same style. Whereas everybody else were kind of like if they ran the ball, it was like power eye or something like that.
Yeah, pretty simple. Yeah, it's fun for you guys, but it's not fun for us defense. we hate struggle. We hate figuring that shit out. It's like, bro, because for us defense, like, okay, we read the line, right? The line would take us to the play, but you guys have both guards pulling the
hmm
other way. I'm just like, okay, where are they going now? And it's like us defense, we have to react quick too. If we don't react quick, then boom, you guys will take it off. So
A
yeah, it's fun for you guys, but for us, it's not fun, man.
lot of running though. In all those games we played, is like man. Just gotta be, save your legs sometimes too. But no, yeah, we ran a lot, so it's fun.
That's one thing for sure. uh, what about you, Johnny?
Yeah, when BV first started, we actually did not have a coach. It
Oh,
was more, yeah, the beginning years, it was just more just drawn up plays and stuff like that, and you just had to remember the plays. And so I don't think we actually had a coach until like 2008 or nine, and that's when Sid kind of started coming over and just Sid and Mike are like really good friends. Majority of the OG BV guys, the guys that started BV,
Yep.
they're really good. They're really good friends, and so um, Sid and Mike were like close. And Sid is a genius. Once he started coaching, um, for me personally, I just love it. I totally recommend to any team out there that if you don't have a coach that know what they're doing, like
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna elevate your game. Um,
Mm-mm.
Anybody could be a coach, but the question is the coach knowledgeable too?
Yep.
And the way that I see it, you cannot coach and you cannot play at the same time. It's either you coach or you play. A coach
Mm.
needs to see who the strong players are, who the weak players are, where the weak spots are, and give directions to the offense to hit those spots.
Yep.
And I always believe that a coach should never be playing ball at all. And obviously, with BB's record, it shows for it, especially with
That's
Sid
true.
and your
Yep.
running. You can definitely tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cause that's true that when you brought up that you guys didn't get a coach right away, cause Sid was playing for, was it Mid Coast?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, he was
It's
playing for
funny.
Mid
He
Coast.
started as a safety.
He started as a
Can you believe
safety.
he started as a safety?
Yeah, and then was it he didn't really play lineman, huh?
No, he started as a safety, moved to I think middle linebacker, and
Uh-huh.
then by that time, mid coast was done, and I think that was like right around like 2010, and that's when at first it was BD, mid coast, New Breed, and I think another team. Like the four of us, like we combined, and
Mm-mm-mm.
terrible idea. I'll tell you guys that terrible idea, dude. Like it's bad, bro. Like yes, you get
Uh-huh.
a lot of bodies, but everybody has their own egos, and so it's
Yup.
bad. It's bad blood, but it was good though. I mean, it happened to fall into BB's favor, honestly. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, after 2011, we just we just flew off with it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 4 teams to come together. Yeah, there's gonna be some guy that's like, no, I deserve to start,
Right.
and that's gonna be the downfall of everything, man.
Dude, there was like 150 people at the first practice, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna run 2 skellies, y'all.
Dude, there was three groups of offense, 3 groups of defense, and still bodies. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
Damn,
It was terrible.
that's the whole league right there. Yeah, and at that time, that was you guys didn't have wristband playbooks, huh?
No, we didn't. I think when BV was running from like '06 to 2010, I think the quarterback only had the wristband. And so we just
Oh,
all went out for the quarterback's wristband, and then young Tor didn't know much, so
mm-hmm. Yeah,
after everybody started working, it was like, yeah, we'll just buy a bunch of wristbands,
yep. That's true, man. All right. When you guys were when you guys started and you guys were coming up, uh who was a teammate that like helped you out a lot about your position? Because obviously lineman, it's a 3-man project, so everybody has to be on the same page. Who was a teammate that helped you like lock in or like helped you understand your position better?
I can go. Mine was two more. He played left guard mostly in my first couple of years. Great technique. Also played at Crown College a little bit too, and
Mm.
um, then he retired, of course. But no, just his footwork was great. His technique was great, and he was also very showed up to practice and all that, and just coached me up and just took the time and initiative to help work on my pass pro specifically, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, he was kind of like leading the group, and then yeah, him, and then yeah, like I said before, with my guy Chui, he was playing all over from guard to tight end to linebacker to DN. So, but no, that those two are the main guys that like help coach me up. You know,
Oh, Chewy.
yeah,
Oh, Chewy. I think there's only one Chewy on you guys' team, right?
yeah,
Oh, yeah. I miss that guy, man. That guy was
yeah,
such a
no
freak
problem.
athlete, dude.
Yeah, man.
God, why did he
Every
retire?
a couple years ago, we always like had he'll come out for a tournament, take a break, come out for a tournament, and
Mm.
then finally like he's like, all right, I'm good. It's all right.
Dude, he's a freak of nature, bro. He
Yeah,
can run. He knows the game. Super quiet, humble guy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He played a few years semi-pro, all that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, always looked up to him. He worked hard, still works hard.
Yeah, still works hard. I saw him. You guys were working together.
Yeah, and he does kickboxing and all that. Like and he was fighting for a bit, and then
Mm.
now he's been busy. But yeah, he's a very humble guy.
Shout out my guy Chewy, man.
Yeah.
Actually, me and him, we went to the same semi-pro football tryout together.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
We did.
still
I didn't
Spain or
go.
what?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it was Sting. Yeah, me and Bruno, we went and try out, and then Bruno was like, "Dude, just come and try out for the heck of it. Who knows?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Pulled up, saw Chewy. I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." Yeah. What about you, Johnny?
Honestly, I I didn't really have too much. I was more. I came in more. Honestly, when I first started, a lot of the bigger Hmong guys,
Mm-hmm.
terrible footwork.
Yeah,
Like seriously, like honest to God, like just
Mm-hmm.
using Jonathan as an example. I'll go to tournaments. I'm like, damn, that guy's big, but
hmm
no footwork.
hmm
And I'll
Yup.
play against them. I'm like, that's it. Like, so I really did not have a good matchup
Mm-hmm.
up to my par until a big boy, Bryson Summer, dude. When that boy
Shout
came
out
and played with
Bryce.
us, oh my God, just just a big body, a big body, big mass, hard to move. And, it just made me really figure out, okay, now I've been bullying all these big Hmong guys. And, Bryson Summer, he played a lot of nose tackle. He was, at times my guard, and just
Yep.
really like, oh man, when I go against a big body like this, you really have to drop and come back up, and so, speed rush. I was young, got good legs, but it's just a power rush that, I was having trouble with. And I'm glad that I had to go against Bryson a lot of times at practice to really get me ready for that.
Yeah.
So shout out Bryce.
Shout out Bryce, man. Yeah, because even now he still pop out to every BV game and hype the young guys up, man.
Oh, for
that's
sure.
a lot of love.
If you guys need drone games, hit him up, dude. I'm telling you.
He's
hit
the
him up.
guy for the drone game.
I'm telling you guys, man, when you guys watch a drone game and you guys watch a sideline game, different story, bro.
Bro, man.
It's different. It's oh my gosh. It's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. I'm pretty sure Johnathan got a couple of them and he's seen them. It's different style, bro.
Even watching film is just like, you can see it. You just see everything. Oh.
Yeah.
You see people mess it up. It's pull right, but everybody's going left. You're like, what the heck are you guys doing?
Yep.
It's if you're bad at taking criticism, don't watch drone games. I'll tell you that.
Everybody get exposed during drone film, man.
You don't even know. It's crazy, bro.
It's so worth it, man. It's like, okay, Bryce, don't up your price. It's like what, 50 a game?
Yeah, it's 50 a game, but I mean, I think it's pretty reasonable just because these just the drone batteries itself, it's like $60-$70, and it's you use it a couple times and then like I had like 10 batteries. They only run like 10 minutes now, and they're supposed to run like 20-25 minutes, and so
damn,
it gets pretty bad. So yeah. And like I say all the time, man, when the guys go hang out, man, you guys are spending $200-$400 in alcohol, like.
Yes, bro.
Dude, everybody pitching, 10 people is pitching $5 and let's get a game, like for real.
Dude, that'll cover both games already.
Yeah, exactly. It's more beneficial than spending $200-$300 on alcohol,
Yep. And, it's not just good to watch film of your own team. It's good to watch film for the other team too.
Yes, for real.
Yeah.
That's why I've been telling Bryson and Dochi, my other gal that does drone, like, if we're gonna give it to a team, only the captains and our coach. That's it. That way nobody else can say, "Oh, I got it from X Y." No, you did not, dude.
That's true. Yeah. Because that way the captain and the coach, they can decide who they want to give out to. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Versus just like another player and it's like, oh yeah, you want to watch our film? Yeah, sure. Yeah, here's your entertainment purpose. But from the coach and captain perspective, it's like, dude, you don't want to leak out our shit like that.
Yep. I'll tell you guys, honestly, even BV, like long time BV, all the guys, the younger guys, hey, let me get some of our game films. I'm like, no, the coach already got it. Go get it. Yeah, seriously. I'm like, the coach already has it. Go get it from the coach, and that's how you got to be though, because if not, then no one's gonna respect you anymore. Like they're not gonna get it from you, and it's dead space, and you just lose everybody's trust. You lose the community's trust if you just openly give it to anybody and everybody.
That's true. Yeah, it creates like a biased platform, and you don't want that to exist. Yeah.
Oh man, funny story is when I started doing HFF live. Tutu from Witness. He was like, I was recording at the spring league, and I had a GoPro at that time. I started with the GoPro, and I was recording, and Tutu walks up to me. He goes, "Hey man, I would truly respect it if you stop recording our games, bro." I'm like, oh, dude, I'm trying something new. Like I'm trying to create like HFF live stream, and so that way, everybody gets a chance to watch the games. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I just respect that if you stop recording. I'm like, oh, and I have my selfie stick. I'm like, oh, okay, and I just like walked over like 10 yards away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the GoPro. I tried going live. The battery died too fast, and so I went with my phone
Oh,
instead and just stayed with that. Yeah. And then after
yeah.
after a while, he goes, "Oh man, dude, I see what you're doing. I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's all good, dude. It's all good."
Um, you know, I think it's a great thing for the community because, now that we have all these film out there, it really comes to show who really wants it or not. Because
Yeah,
all these films are out there. You want to win, study.
yeah,
You don't want to win, that's fine. Don't study. But if your opponent has you figured out and you don't have them figured out, then that's on you. You
yeah.
know, and it is amazing that you have all these film out because now we can start playing chess instead of checkers. That's the number one thing about it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
we can start playing chess instead of checkers because now it's like, oh shit, yeah, we know that they're gonna do this, and everybody knows each other inside out. Now it's
yeah,
like, okay, who's gonna take that level? Who's gonna go to the next level and be like,
yeah.
yeah, I got you in this play.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right, right. No,
So it's
honestly, when I first
mhm.
started, it wasn't about recording games. It was more, you know, Jonathan can attest to this. Back in our days, nobody recorded us. And like
I agree.
it's if I tell my son all the time, like, yeah, daddy used to play, but I had no video. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I used to say it to my wife all the time, everybody knows that I'm good, but they don't know why I'm good. But
Mm-hmm.
now
Mm-hmm.
with this live streaming stuff, it's more like, yeah, he's good because I see him play. Like he's
Yup.
good because I seen this, I seen that, and it's really to showcase a lot of our Hmong athletes. Like
Yup.
there could be a freak athlete on an average team, but he doesn't get the spotlight because he's on an average team. But now
Yup.
that if I'm able to catch him, people's gonna be like, that guy's a freak of nature, but he's on the wrong team. You know what I
Yup.
mean? So that's the first thing that I really wanted to do when I started the HFF live.
Mm-hmm.
But then more or less it started getting to like people scouting, and it's a double-edged
Yeah.
sword,
It is.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
But
double-edged sword.
but like yeah, I totally agree with you from your point of view. It's just for the community, because some people they can't make it out there. They can't
Yeah.
make it out there to watch the game or like support their partner who's playing. And there's also people like me who's at the tournament, but I'm doing something else. But because you're live streaming it, I can still stay tuned in. So it really helps out everybody that it really helps out everybody that's not there and present to enjoy the game. And you could feel the effect of your live stream too, because
Mhm.
every tournament, hey, Johnny gonna be there, Johnny gonna be there. And I'm like, if I'm not playing the tournament, I'm like, yo, I'm waiting for Johnny to stream too. So yeah, man, it's definitely something great to keep going. Yeah, keep it rolling, man.
Yeah.
Uh, when you guys started playing, oh, oh shit, what was it? When you guys go up against a great D line, because you know how for O line for the trenches, you guys deal with the same player throughout the whole game. It's not like us linebackers where it's like, okay, we get different personnel. Sometimes we gotta deal with the tight end, a slot, blah blah, whatever. How do you guys prepare for a game that you guys have to go up against somebody that's a great D line? Because it's like, yo, I'm not escaping you. You're not escaping me. What is your mentality or preparation going to that?
Yeah, I mean, part of it is watching film, and if we have film on for me, is like watching the nose or DNs if they're switching off or if they're blitzing or so watching tendencies, and then actual game in game after you do a few series or so, you realize, okay, this this guy kind of really like this move or really like to be low or how then you can
Mm-hmm.
kind of adjust to that, and sometimes it's just harder because they're like a freak of nature, or they're just like fast or low, or they just hustle all the time, and that's the hard part
Mm-hmm.
with like you know with if you have a like faster, shorter, and she's pretty strong athlete at nose or whatnot, and
Mm-hmm.
if you have to, I gotta block all 5 seconds or longer. Like,
Yeah.
man, you got me work. Like, I gotta stay on you the whole time and be aware of everything else. And um, so yeah, part of it is just like watching film and then and then getting some extra reps in the game when you're like, okay, I think I could, I'll do this move next, or I'll work on this here, or
Mm-hmm.
and then again communicate with my O lines and say, hey, like, hey, this guy likes to spin, or hey, this guy they've been doing a lot of stunts or whatever, or
Yep.
watch for the fake stuff like that, and then then it's all come down to execution, right? So
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully with our offense to be able to make sure we execute right, because if we don't, it's harder to get plays because with our offense, it's you got to have the right blocks and the right people moving the right way,
Yep.
in order to make it happen. So, but no, that's usually how I do it. So prepping and then just kind of gameplay adjustment.
Mm-hmm. Um, what about you, Johnny?
For me, like Jonathan says, man, the night before, all the brackets come out. Um, Film study. You film study normally. I don't know how other teams do it, but normally BV will get together Friday nights. What we did back in high school is we did pasta nights and just totally carb up, get ready to go for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we really break down. We'll watch offense first, we'll watch defense, and then we'll watch who we play first. So for
Yep.
example, if we're playing Blue Dragons. For me, I know if I'm playing center, I'm watching the nose tackle, I'm
Mm-hmm.
watching the linebackers, I'm watching the guards, and that's how I really run about it. Um, on game days, knowing that, let's say our second team, we're playing Witness, well,
Yep.
I'm going to go watch the game. I'm going to watch how they play. And it's just not me. Normally, I'll just pull all my linemen, O line, D line, and I'll make them sit there and watch at least half a game and be like, look, we got to watch how they play. Do they like swimming? Do they like rips, bull rush? How do we
Mm-hmm.
counter that?
Yep.
And so that's normally how I prepare my guys. But normally, when we do come up with, freak of natures, I usually just tell them, if you can't beat them, write them out. If especially for the guards, if they're
Mm-hmm.
fast, write them out, open up that pocket, and just come back to
Yep.
the huddle and just tell the quarterback, look, my end is rushing out wide, come up that pocket, and then so let's
Yep.
say, for example, my left guard is like, the end is coming in hot on the outside, then I know that I'm gonna seal my nose tackle into my
Mm-hmm.
to my right guard, leaving
Yep.
that gap behind the A gap on the left for the quarterback to take a quick
Mm-hmm.
five if he needs to,
Oh,
and
okay.
yes, so normally in each huddle, I'll come up. I'm like, dude, how's your guys? What do you
Mm-hmm.
need help? If you need tight end stay, tight end delay, you got to let us know. And
Mm.
I tell them to be vocal, and they're pretty vocal about it. They're like, dude, I need a hand real quick, and then we'll have a delay or whatever, quick hand,
Uh-uh.
so guard can recover and leak out. So
Yep.
that's how I normally prepare my guys for freak of natures and for uh, for great D lines and stuff like that.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you guys think that is a lost habit in today's era?
I want to say yes because I feel like everybody wants to be a superstar.
Mm.
Like
Uh-huh.
you got some big boys trying to play receiver, you got some big boys trying to play linebacker, safety. I'm like, dang, how are you gonna help your team out? Like,
That's true.
yes, I would love to play tight end. Like I would
Mm-hmm.
love to play a fat middle linebacker, but that's not gonna
Yep.
help my team. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Like you gotta be a team player, and
Mm.
that's how you're gonna win is being a team player. So I'm actually very blessed that all of my years in BV, like we just tell the players, no, you're not playing running back, you're playing middle linebacker. Like, okay, yeah, and then they just go play it. So they're pretty good about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a few stories where about BV players where they're like, yeah, I want to play this position, but they get thrown somewhere else. It's like it all works out.
Right.
um,
And that's where I say that's where a good coach comes in. You know, a coach is
mm-hmm.
going to tell you straight up, you're too fat, Johnny. You cannot play tight end, or you can't catch,
Yeah, so how it
or
is,
it's
man.
or it's just going to be A stay. You're just going to be blocking anyways. You know,
Mm-hmm.
why even be A?
Yeah. So, what do you guys as a unit like when you guys as a unit, 3 linemen, when all three, well, let's say 2 out of 3 is struggling, right? What do you guys do to accommodate for the pressure? Do you guys like change the snap count? Do you guys like, obviously there's an extra protection, but what do you guys usually do when it comes to that situation where like, hey, 2 out of 3 guys are need help? What are we gonna do? What do you guys usually do in those cases?
Yeah, I mean, we typically what would happen is we will just work on like mass protecting, keeping the tight end down or keep the wing back down, helping
Mm-hmm.
and then working on sliding either backside or strong side or whatnot. But typically, like if folks are they're blitzing a lot or they're stunting and blitzing A gaps, it's harder with the A gaps because with 9-man football, it's just like you only got guards and then maybe a
Yep.
tight end, whereas tackle you have more guys on the line there.
You have a way bigger
Yeah.
pocket.
so yeah, it's harder. So if you got like at least one or two guys getting in there a little quicker, especially inside gaps, and we just said, hey, we just talk and just hey, like we need that fullback to come down or who's
Yep.
who's gonna chip off who and uh, but yeah, typically we'll just kind of adjust either with the blocking assignments or just like a different play or snap count. Usually it's a snap
Mm-hmm.
count or like a screenplay or something different to kind of throw them off. Because if it's we're struggling with the blitz or something,
Mm-hmm.
it's typically they're like, they're thinking we're running, and we are running, and they're making that execution. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just adjusting the play for the most part.
Oh, okay.
I
Um.
sub them out.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Honestly, I sub
Um.
them out. All of my BV years, we've been blessed to have at least one other center, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm able to play left, right, center. I just straight up like, good. If you can't beat them, we're subbing you out. You know.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Must be
seriously,
nice.
we just sub them out. Sit
Damn.
on the sideline and think about it, and then
That's
obviously
true.
give them another chance to come back and play what they got to do. But um,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, it's personnel though. It's
Yep.
if I'm left guard and the end is too fast for me, guess what? I need to be just be like, dude, I can't beat this guy, and
Mm-hmm.
don't lie to your teammates. Be like, I need help, or XYZ could come in and be faster. He's faster feet. He's be able to
Mm-hmm.
take that guy. And so, um, yeah, that's my mentality.
You know what? I think that's definitely one thing that happens to a lot of teams where they're too prideful to ask for help.
Yeah,
And then by the time you give them help, it's like, we're third
it's too
down
late.
already, dude. We're third down. We only got one play left.
Right. Or
Yeah.
it could be second half, because like, during the game, man, you're like, where did he come from? Nope. The guy that got beat, he's like, oh, I'm not going to say anything because they're going to say it's my fault, right? So they
Yeah.
don't
I'm
say
going to
anything.
sound
It's like,
weak.
yeah. And then it's like, you go back and film, you're like, dude, your ass is getting beat every single play. Why didn't you say something? Like,
Yep.
so yeah, for me, that's why I said, all my linemen, I tell them straight up, dude, after each play, when we get back to the huddle, I'm like, how's your guy doing? You got him or you
Mm-hmm.
need help? And just be honest, just be honest with me so we could get you help.
Yep.
But, yeah, no, me, I'm simple. You can't beat them. I sub you out, bro. Put different personnel in.
Do you guys has there ever been like a pancake where you guys feel bad for, or you're just like, nah, I don't feel bad. It's part of the game. Because I know you guys put people on their ass before.
I feel bad when you play a pickup team or you play a younger team, and the kid that you're going against, like they're it's men's league, so
Yep.
Yeah.
like you're playing in men's, you're gonna be treated like a man. So
Yep.
if it's like an 18-year-old kid or younger, and you're like, I pancake them, like hopefully they sub you out or you just whatever, but I
Yep.
feel bad, like so that like not that I try not to go too easy on them, but I'm
Yep.
like, all right, hey, like I feel bad for those because I'm like, dang, like you're still a kid, you still growing and all that, but it's men's league, and we're gonna play
Yep.
physical, and I'm just not gonna not pancake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's part of the game, bro.
Yeah, I'm the same with with Johnathan, man. Like when we play against like pickup teams, young guys, and you can obviously tell they're young.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
normally try not to pancake them, but obviously I'm not gonna let them get a free pass either. You know, I'm just
Oh
gonna
yeah.
stalemate them and just sit there, and they just look like they ran into a wall and they don't know what to do anymore, and that's
Yep.
good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as if as older guys, and if you're just straight up dogging all these young kids, especially linemen, they're not gonna want to play anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it's gonna kill them morale for sure.
yeah, for real. Like Johnathan says, these kids are 14, 15, 16 years old, and you got
Yeah.
28-year-old big dudes like us pancaking them. They're like, I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm just gonna get hurt. So
Yep.
I try not to do it, but if it's like big body on big body, oh, I got you. Let's play. But
Yep.
yeah. So normally I don't pancake smaller guys, or I try not to.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever lay out a family member?
Oh man.
Because
Oh
here's why I'll say that. Because when I started, like my young years, I think I was a junior or something. I went to a Warriors practice. I was playing corner, and Warriors practice. They did like a toss crack, and Bruno was a guard on my side. Oh, he pulled out, looked right at me. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker gonna kill me, bro. I was like 140 at that time. I was like, oh, this motherfucker gonna kill me, dude. Luckily, my D line got the ball, so he didn't go through with that. But obviously, lineman, it's not a position where you can play soft.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
have you guys ever laid out your own family member or a close friend?
Man, I don't. Good thing I don't have like family playing football, so I didn't have that situation. But I feel bad when if I'm going against guys that I know, like you or somebody, and I'm like, oh man, if I gotta do this, man, I don't want to like start some beef or something. But
yeah.
you because you want part of it too is like sportsmanship too, right? Like you're like,
Yep.
I'm not trying to be dirty, but I'm trying to be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to do it, I'll block you or pancake you, but
Mm-hmm.
or vice versa, right? So, um, but yeah, good thing is like I haven't had too many situations like that. So,
That's good.
Um, for me, I tell my guys to draw the line on the ground, dude. If you're on the other side, I don't care if you're my son. Like, I got you, dude. Like, you're not gonna go anywhere. Crazy story.
Yep.
My baby brother. He's
Oh.
not that he's not that baby, but he's a little bit bigger than me, like broader shoulders.
Oh
mm-hmm.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I kept telling him, "Come play ball with me, come play ball," but he wanted to go play ball with his friends. That was when he was playing with Bryson Summer, actually,
Oh,
my
okay.
guard, and they were playing MWI. They were out for a couple years,
Oh,
and
okay.
they made my brother play center and nose tackle. And at that time,
Oh.
BV was running almost Ironman, so I was playing center and nose tackle. So every play I went up against my brother, and you know, before
Mm-hmm.
all my BB guys are like, "Oh, that's your brother. You're gonna go soft." I'm like, "No, mofos. I draw the line in the ground, dude. If you're not on my side, I don't care who you are." and
Yo.
they didn't believe me until game time, and I showed them what's up.
Uh.
And for me, like I said, that's how you earn your guys' respect too, though. And
Yep.
if I know that if I went soft for my brother, I would never gain their respect. And nothing. I didn't destroy my brother or anything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
he never got in.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep.
but it's just a mutual respect to show your guys that, dude, it's it's you guys or nobody. We draw the
Yep.
line.
Yeah, and it's good that you do that too, because honestly, that's how you guys are only gonna get better. You go
Yeah.
soft on them, they're not gonna get better. I think I got laid out by my cousins a few times, and it's like, yo, it's just part of the game,
Yeah.
And my cousins and them, they'll tell me, hey, that was me going nice on you. If you come across some stranger, they're not gonna go nice on you, so you better buckle up. It's like, oh shit, okay, I bet. But like bridge off what Johnathan said, how he was like, yeah, if he knows that like for example me, he's not gonna like try to lay me out and shit like that. Very funny story. Okay, me and Jonathan, we always go against each other for some odd reason. We always go against each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I know that this guy is like 5-10 times stronger than me, but so there was a game. We got to pick, right? We got to pick. And for defense, when somebody gets a pick, you turn around and you hit the guy right in front of you,
Closest
right?
guy.
Closest guy, right? Oh, turn around. I see Jonathan coming, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna meet him at this angle. He's running, I'm running, and I don't know why. I have no business. I have no business with this shit, man. But boom, I charged right at Jonathan, and then Jonathan sees me, and he gives me the eye like, dude, don't do this. And then I'm looking at him like, hey, don't lay me out, bro. I'm just here, man. And then boom, we engage, but obviously, I'm not gonna try to. I can't even push him probably if I wanted to. And then boom, we just engage, and then ball carrier gets tagged down, and then we just shake it up after that. I'm just like, I go to the sideline. I'm like, bro, I don't know why I be doing that, bro. One day I'm gonna learn to not do that anymore. Hopefully I don't get it doesn't bite me in the ass for it. But
You got heart though. You got heart.
yes, but there's a fine line between heart and being smart, because that was not a good business move for me. Like I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, I don't know why I was messing with him. This guy could lay me out. Like he could put me 6 feet under probably if he wanted to. But yeah, I need to stop doing that.
Well, this is what I tell my guys all the time.
Mm-hmm.
In a match, if I was watching that, yeah, Jonathan better destroy you. But
Yeah.
imagine if you got a good hit, good angle at Jonathan. They're gonna be like, "Dang, did you see B kill him, dude? That's crazy." They'll be
Yeah.
like talking to each other, dude.
Yep. But for me, I'm like, I know damn well I'm not gonna get a good angle of this guy. So I'm like, I'm just gonna look good for the camera, man. Don't lay me out. Man, you guys been playing with some great linemen.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
get your 3 O line lineup. Like championship round. We go past, present, wherever you like. Let me get your 3 linemen that you want next to you in the championship round.
Man, honestly, for me, I've been very blessed to be with a bunch, 2 different generations of BV line, of
Mm-hmm.
championship BV line. Um, I got to give it up to my right guard Langlor, my center
Mm.
Hu Vang, me playing
Yep.
left. Um, like I said, end of 2011 all the way to like 2015 or something like that. Like
Mm.
we took it all, and that
Oh.
group of guys, like I didn't even have to say anything to them. Even though I played left guard, I didn't even say I didn't even have to like call the blitz. We already knew
Yup.
exactly if the blitz come, we know exactly who's picking it up and who's a free man. If it's 3 against 4,
Mm.
we knew exactly who's a free man. We knew exactly who we're picking up. Like I didn't have to say much. And
Mm.
um, after those two guys retired and I stayed on for a little bit, got to give it up to Alex. He was
Oh, the young
playing
buck.
center. Yeah,
Mm.
Alex and Thao, Jeff. Those guys, they're monsters, man. Like
They're
Thao,
holding it down, man.
he's a great guard, but he likes to play
Mm.
tight end. But when everything comes down, he's like, damn, they need me at guard. I got to go. And so
He's
Mhm.
he's
gritty
always down.
too.
Yeah, dude, that guy's a monster, dude. Like I don't know. So for me personally, I was blessed to be with two sets of great championship O line, and
Mm.
I wouldn't give it up for the world, man.
That's great, man. Ah.
Man, yeah, I was similar where my first 5 years, I was a lot of the OGs, the old vets, and
Mm-hmm.
but like I'll just name like a few, like two more. Um,
Mm.
Jerry Yang, he was a big right guard.
Mm.
He retired after my first year, but he was just like a roll like bowling ball, when he pulled.
Oh.
And then we, of course, my guys recently, of course, Chuyi, Mizo, Shaq,
Yup.
and Caspian, whiteboard Caspian.
Oh yeah, I
Man,
like him, man.
just guys are just like when they're out there pulling, like they're hunting, like they're around the. I just hate when guys pull and they're like they don't get any contact with anybody. Like, you're pulling,
Mm.
you got to go find somebody, man. I don't care if you find somebody who has with somebody or find two guys. But man, I must have seen Cass, the white boy. He's like one tournament, he pancaked one guy. He threw this guy. He hit
Mm.
the other guy, and he pancaked him with this other guy. I was like, and fell,
Mm.
both fell. I was
Oh
like, oh
yeah.
my god. But no, yeah, just really, yeah, guys who are just kind of like Johnny said, like they're smart,
Yeah,
Mm.
they know how to adapt. You don't gotta even talk to them because just see what you see and adjust. And then they're competitors. They just want every play. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get me a block. I'm gonna get me a pancake. I'm gonna try to
Mm.
make sure we score. But yeah, those guys are just like like men.
Yup. Yeah. Actually, I love that because when you don't have to communicate like that and everybody's on the same page, like you naturally have a sense of feeling that like, oh yeah, with this squad we can go far.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You know, like for example, like me when I play linebacker and I'll talk to my corner, I know he's good when I look at him. Well, after a play is done, I look at him I'm like, hey, did you see that? Like, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I got it. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's like, oh shit, we didn't even need to say much. Like, hey, you saw that, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Next play. And it's like, wow, that's when you really know that, yeah, this not your mediocre mindset. We're
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
gonna go somewhere with it. Uh,
yeah. It's all about trust, man. Especially the way that I see it as a center, you have to see who's blitzing, how they're
mm-hmm,
lining up.
Mm-hmm.
You have to remember the count. You have to remember the play. You got to remember who to block. And
mm-hmm,
at the same time, you got to make sure that your guards are not getting killed. And it's like so many things. And, when you get a solid group of O-line where
mm,
you don't have to worry if they're getting killed, man,
uh-huh.
they're just so less stress. There's no stress at all.
Talk about that. Educate us on that. What goes through a center's head? Because a lot of the young bucks, like they're just like, all right, center, we just got to snap the ball, call out the blitz, whatever protection. What really goes on through a center's head? Like, what is your pre-snap read? There we go. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's for me is once I get there because our depending on our formation, we might go up tempo or whatnot. But
Mm-hmm.
we get lined up. I'm seeing what's the defensive lineup. Typically, we're run heavy, so we'll see. Okay, either 3 down linemen or 4 down linemen. but you also see like the inside backers coming up, and we treat them as a defensive lineman. They're in the gap. We got to take care of
Yep.
them. So we got our assignments. Okay, hey, I got to block down, or hey, I got to reach her. And then we'll either I'll just say it, call it out, or we'll just kind of see it and adjust. But for yes, the alignment, that's the hardest part, is like seeing, okay, who are they coming? Are they blitzing, or they're not? Are they going to be, if they're coming up, are they going to be close enough where I can grab them? Or if they're quick enough, they can just bail out, and they're like, dang. So that's my and then of course making sure the snap is good, because sometimes I get a little antsy, and then the snap's a little high, or the snap is low, and then it'll
Yep.
mess up the whole play. It's like, damn, like that was kind of messed up. And then depending on the field too, so some of the fields, the grass is low or dirtier, or the grass is higher. You're like, dang, you just gotta kind of adjust the snap to that. But yeah, all those things kind of go into mind, because, and then you're just trying to, like, every play, I'm just trying to scout what's all going on. Like, okay, are they all always stunting, or are they, you know, I'm reading my defensive guy, my nose, but also I'm reading the ends and see how they're going, because because what my guards see sometimes is they're just seeing the ends, and I
Yep.
can
Yep.
see the middle of the field a little bit easier. So then I'll just kind of relay that back. But yeah, it's a lot of it's just the defensive lineup. Um, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
What about you, Johnny?
Depending on that play, if it's a spread or four wide, trips
Mm.
or whatever, I would automatically assume that, the outside linebackers are, stacked on top of each other. So I don't have to worry too much about that. It's more the middle linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if we have a stay or tight end, then yeah, I just read between the boxes.
Mm.
Um, I won't say our secret calls or anything like that, but
Oh yeah, you know how
each
to.
each play, I usually tell my guys, check your guys or whatever. And
Mm.
if I see, I'll be like, hey, check Mike. Mike is right there, just to let my guys know, hey, just in case if Mike comes,
Mm.
we know exactly the slide protect, and we'll tell the quarterback, if, for example, if Mike is sitting in A gap,
Yep.
we just tell my quarterback, hey, either the left end or the right end is free. You got to count for him, right? So technically it's
Yep.
4-on-4, and then we just
Mm.
we just down block. So that's
Mm-hmm.
normally how I do it. Like Jonathan says, it depends on
Mm.
the weather too, man. As a center,
Yep.
it's disgusting, man. I don't know if
uh,
you guys remember that one year at J4 where it rained really hard, and
Hell yeah, I remember that.
yeah, that the one field where the girls play all the time, field C or whatever. Man, you
Mm.
step in and the water's like all the way to your ankle. You try putting that football in there,
Bruh.
it's like halfway gone. I'm like, dude,
Mm.
I gotta skim the water. I can't get the ball too wet. Especially as a center, you gotta dry that
Mm.
ball all the time. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, dude.
You gotta keep that towel on you.
Oh, dude. There's never enough towels when it's a mud game.
Hell yeah. And eventually it's like, bro, y'all just gonna have to play with the mud on the ball.
Oh no, 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 no. We have enough balls to swap out, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If it gets too
uh,
bad, we have guys that keep balls nice and dry, and then if
mm-hmm.
the ball's too wet, we swap it out, and they, just start grabbing shirts and start drying it up, getting ready
Mm-hmm.
to replace it, man.
Uh, yeah, because when that ball gets wet, bro, dude, it feels like a fucking brick in your hand when you catch it. Like I swear, what is it? Yeah, because during that year, yeah, like the ball's like soaked, and we're like, let's throw a ball on the sideline. Dude, it's
Right,
like a
right.
brick. Yeah, like a brick the size of a football. It's like, dude, because you know how when you catch, you gotta, okay, we need soft fingers.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't soft finger that shit. You soft finger that shit's gonna slide right through it and bust your head.
One thing
Yeah.
that we tried at practice one year, uh,
Mm-hmm.
we actually wet the balls.
Oh,
Yeah. You
you
gotta,
guys did.
especially for Memorial, you gotta practice that.
Mm-hmm.
You never know if Memorial is gonna be wet or not.
Mm.
Advice to all the teams out there that's listening: go to practice,
Mm-mm.
do a normal practice, but like the last 30 minutes or whatever, just
Yep.
soak the ball and just get it soaked and wet, and run
Oh,
with it. You know?
never thought about that. I don't know why.
Yeah. Got to get ready for it.
For real, something to consider now. Hey, is it natural or in the trenches to talk shit, bro? Or like, cause I'll tell you my point of view, okay? Cause I'll play Mike linebacker, and then like we come back in the huddle, and my D-line will be like, "Man, that motherfucker was talking so much shit, saying this and that," and I'm trying to evaluate it. I'm like, bro, when I saw you guys, duking it out, nobody was even talking. They're like, no, bro, watch the next play, man. That motherfucker gonna do this. We're gonna talk shit, this and that, this and that. I'm like, all right, yeah, bro. But I don't ever hear anything. But apparently, there's a lot of talking going on in the trenches. Can you guys verify that?
I mean, it really depends on the team. I mean, it gets heated when you're competing is close,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if you're like we always play brothers and we always play ESPN. Like just somehow we always just draw those guys, and then it's
Every
competitive because it's a
time.
close game. Who's gonna win or not, and on top
Mm-hmm.
of that, you get guys like Bruno and such. And they like to get in your head. They always just like to get in your head, talk shit. Come up and tap you, like things like
Mm-hmm.
that. But yeah, I mean, to me, like I feel like with this younger generation, a lot of them don't talk shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're just kind of just they're quiet and just kind of all right. I'm gonna do my job here. But
Mm-hmm.
like the older guys, like they're competing. They're like, all right, like I think I can get an edge with uh, just kind of flexing. After play, I'll
Mm-hmm.
flex on you and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that again. Oh, okay, like you kind of banter a little bit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly with the close games, man, it gets
Oh
heated with
yeah.
that, and then of course the sideline gets going. It's like, oh my gosh, we got the sideline cussing each other out. Like, oh man, like chill out,
Yeah.
But
uh,
it
uh,
depends. Yeah, it depends.
um.
For
What about
me,
you, Johnny?
football is for me, football is a mental game and a physical game, right?
Hmm.
That's true.
If I beat
Yep.
you mentally by talking trash to you,
Uh.
my physical game is I only need to half-ass my physical game. I already beat you mentally. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yup.
And that's where the trash talking comes. If sometimes I psych myself up too. Like
Mm-hmm.
my favorite thing to do is go against the biggest guys at all. I will call them out. I'm like, that's
Uh.
it. That's all you guys got. Give me the biggest guy you guys got, dude. And like I will
uh.
call them out, and like they'll just like look at me like, oh dang, he's for real. And then like I said, it's a
Mm.
mental game, right? Dude, by
Yup.
that time they're like, well, he is the biggest guy we got, and that's it. And
Mm.
dude, now my game is just patty caking, and it's
Yup.
a mental game. I do talk when I'm on edge and I'm winning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I talk, but hey, if I'm getting my butt big kicked, man, you deserve to talk trash to me, dude.
Yup. That's true, man.
Yeah, but most of the time, like, guys talk and I'm like, dude, you didn't even do anything. You don't deserve to
Yeah.
talk trash,
Yeah.
like you're
Yup.
talking trash, but you're nowhere near the quarterback. You're nowhere near the play. Like, dude,
Yeah.
for me, I don't get why you talk trash if you don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yup.
So yeah,
Damn.
to
Who?
verify, yeah, people
Mm.
people do talk trash though.
Yeah. Cause like I said, I'm like I don't ever hear anything. Cause play goes on, D line's rushing. All right, boom, boom, boom. Plays over. I huddle. Yeah, yeah. So now I know, man.
But I would have to say, man, the biggest trash talking teams that I've played against,
Mm-hmm.
I have to give it up to ex-cons and Monglanders, dude. Those two
Yeah.
teams, oh
Uh,
man, they
uh.
don't care. They'll fight the refs. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
dang, like
Yes, bro.
they're crazy.
you know, that leads me into my next segment. Who is the
Uh-oh.
biggest trash talker that you come across?
Ooh.
Because I know there's some D lines out there that can talk.
For me, back in my days, was it ex-cons? What's his name? it's like the Korean guy, but he goes by the Jew or something like that.
The Jew?
Um, yeah, I think it's
Uh.
like the Jew. He's either the center or the nose sack or something like that. And
Oh.
yeah, he was probably the biggest lineman trash talker that
Oh
I've
yeah.
gone against. And like I said, by that time I was only 18, 19 years old going against guys that are 30. So you get that
With
intimidation.
kids and shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's okay.
uh.
Oh, sorry. Let me read this. It's pretty messed up. I'm so sorry, but Sid just said Johnny
Yep.
doesn't talk trash, but he wants pancake a guy and pulled out a chiropractic business card.
Oh shit.
so
Yeah,
so
that's dang. So
so
Yo, that's petty.
dude, it was super petty in here, right? We had
Uh.
a OBV guy. Shout out to Senyi. He's a chiropractor.
Oh yeah, Dr. Senya,
Um,
yep.
Yep. So he gave us all business cards and stuff like that to hand out. And I was pretty petty. It was back, I think it was with demons. And
Oh.
Doc was a chiropractor too. I don't know why he did it, but one of the demon guys got pancaked, and I gave them the business card. I'm like, hey, go check out my guy. And he looked at the card and he threw that, and I'm like, and Doc looked at me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Doc, dude. I don't know
That's
why
the
you did
biggest
that, dude.
disrespect.
I know it was dumb of me, but it was, like I said, it's at the moment though, like I don't
You
know.
just black out.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. And I can't believe Sid brought it up. It's I remember that it was bad.
It wasn't Shogun, was it?
Honestly, oh no, I don't think it was Shogun. I don't remember who got pancaked.
um
Because I wasn't playing. I remember I wasn't
oh.
playing and I was on the sideline. I'm like, oh here you go.
Oh.
Yeah, I
That's
was on the
even worse.
sideline. Yeah.
uh,
damn.
what about you, Jonathan? Who's the
Yeah,
biggest trash
yeah,
talker you
I
come
kind of
across?
missed out on the like old, being 2012. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of those teams kind of retired, but yeah, I would say for me it's just been Bruno. Bruno always been freaking always in your ear, man.
Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
man, I thought you told me you weren't gonna play, man. Or hey, this man showed up in the slacks, and I was like, and he dressed up. I was like, okay, you mean just finish the deal, huh? Just come play a game. But he always loved, man, when he gets a sack or he just blows up the gap or something. It's just like, man, just
Mm.
loves to rub it in and just like, man, all right, all right. And there's always a challenge. Like I hate it because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, man, he got a good first move and he
Yep.
hustle but he just love yapping. You have to
Yeah,
do
he does,
reps.
man.
You know, but I mean he does it in like really good good fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
it's not classless at all. So, um, but it's just annoying because you're like, man, just can't stop talking. Like, dude, winning or losing, whatever. Like this man just get.
Yeah.
And then if he's losing, he's like, man, he's yelling at his guys, do all that, like all that.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I'll say Bruno, man.
Yeah, you see, that's the perfect example of what I'm talking about. You're telling me about all these Bruno talking to you in the huddle. We don't hear about it at all. We don't hear about it. He doesn't talk about it. Well, okay, just another regular snap.
Mm-hmm.
um, so obviously, for us like skill position guys, we try to balance our meal when it comes to preparing for J4, like a week before J4 or 2 weeks before J4. How do you big guys prepare for J4? Because obviously you guys are gonna go through a lot of physical battles and all that stuff. How do you guys prepare for J4? Or like, what's your diet, your meal prep, and workout, all that before J4?
Yeah, like I mean, I remember the first 2 years, like I would always cramp. Day two, I always cramp out a little bit, like my calf or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just have to fight through the cramps, but and I just you're young and just kind of whatever, just drink water and get whatever, but you're not drinking 3 days beforehand, or as much as you should the day of or the day before. And so now I mean, when I do, I always like, man, I'm sure, I don't drink a lot of alcohol anymore, and I'll be like, all right, well, I'm staying away from that,
Yep.
because that's gonna slow me down. I'm staying away from a lot of fatty foods and all that. Just trying to eat clean and just
Yep.
simple stuff, rice and meat, and then um, and always just kind of hydrating. And my secret for me that works is after day one, especially if we're playing J4 or something. After day one, I love to take a cold bath with ice bath and all that, like just shock my system and kind of makes me feels like a new man. Um,
Yep.
but no, I just have to, the last 6 years or so, like I had to be intentional about each weekend because we run a lot, and then we don't have a lot of like backups or people who can fill in, especially a center. Like I don't, usually don't have a backup, and but now I do. But it's yeah. So we just I just have to be more careful about my diet and all that stuff. And some guys don't care too much, which is fine. Like they can get by with that. But man, when you get older and you got more miles on you, and
Yep.
I had to take care of myself because I gained a little bit of weight and have moved a little slower. So, but yeah, that's what I would do because I need because to last all like tournament.
Yep. Yeah, preparing for a championship, man. Yep.
No, for BV, the secret is Great Moon Buffet, baby. If not, Whoppers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, give or take, normally it's the beginning of the week, but
Yep.
afterwards, um, I usually tell the guys to do light workouts, water up, and then like I said, on Friday nights we do film study and we carb up. Sundays, the bad eggs, they do championship slam. So they'll all slam a beer and then get ready to play the day, which I
Oh
think
yeah.
it's dumb, but whatever. It
Keeps
works.
them
It worked for the last 10 years, so whatever.
yeah. I can't say no to it.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's
uh,
when we first started, I was evil, dude. Especially when
mm.
driving up to Green Bay, everybody was under 21. I'm like, lights out, 10 o'clock, lights out, no drinking, no going out.
Yeah.
But after everybody hit 21, they're like, dude, man, you gotta let us live a little bit. I'm like, all right, fine, one beer, like.
Yeah. um, down. So, did you guys? Would you guys say that your early days of preparation versus your later days? Would you guys say that the preparation routine has changed?
Yeah, for me,
No,
just more knowledge. I have more knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And going to not more knowledge each year, and then meeting more guys that know a little more stuff, and then being able, and then now like I went to grad school for strength and conditioning and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Know how to take care of my body a little more, and that's changed my routine a little bit because sometimes, and of course during the season too, like it gets hotter during June and July, and then sometimes into August, and then just have to adjust to those things. So, but yeah, my routine definitely changed a lot. I was usually not, when you're younger, you're just like, all right, I'm gonna show up, try to ball
Yep.
out, and then go home and whatever. But now you're like, dang, I can't just show up, and do
Yep.
it. So
Ah. Uh.
um, no, the routine was actually better when we were younger. Nobody really worked,
Oh.
not a lot of responsibilities. Like BV literally practiced 4 days a week, and we ran Skelly all the
Mm-mm.
time. Obviously, linemen are too privileged, so they don't come. So I
Mm-hmm.
always ran with the Skellies, trying to do what I can to help, and we were actually pretty amazing back then. Able to
Mm.
play airman, and we'd be fine. But
Yeah.
as we got older, everybody started working, family, so it's hard to even do once a week. So
Mm-hmm.
we usually just tell the guys, just at least by Wednesday, just start watering up.
mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because yeah, nowadays, like, yeah, because nowadays, obviously I've aged up. Dude, I'll play I'll play the 2 games, go home. I'll be sore as shit. I'm like, bro, I didn't even do that much.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the sun took more of my energy than me playing.
Mm-hmm.
uh, talk about you guys, the beginning of you guys' career. What is your welcome to the league moment? Like, did you guys ever had a moment where you're like, oh shit, like this is the big boys?
Oh, man,
Like,
back in
mm-mm.
06, 07, my welcome to the league was back when they had Dakota tournaments. I don't know if you
Oh
guys remember
Mm-hmm.
that.
yes,
Yeah, we went up against Wolfpack and Plaza Boys,
oh,
and we just straight up got eliminated. And you know,
mm-hmm.
I was like I said, everybody hated me on the team. I was a team cap, and
Uh huh.
everybody hated me. Like nobody comes to practice. Come game day, there's 30 bodies, and I'm like, where are you guys at practice? And I got so mad. It was more of a welcome
Mm.
my BV guys to the game. After we got mercy ruled by both teams, we actually practiced
Damn.
at Dakota. I made them practice for
Mm-hmm.
like an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, and then after that it slowly got better. But there was a lot of big boys back in the early days, though, man. Not a lot of good
Mm-hmm.
quarterbacks with good arms. So it was
Yep.
all smash mouth football, and it was a lot of big bodies.
I was just gonna bring that up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of ground and pound, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Um.
Plaza Boys had some big O line back in the days too, man. Whew.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had some big boys, or at least the original Plaza Boys. They had some big boys,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Oh man, it's hard to find big guys like that back in the days too.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's hard to find big guys that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's
That's
easy to find a
true.
big guy. Yeah, it's easy to
Mm-hmm.
find a big guy, but it's do they know what they're doing? That's the
Mm-hmm.
main thing.
Ah, that's true. What about you, Jonathan? What was your welcome to a league moment?
Man, I feel like I mean, it was fine because I was big and strong and whatnot, and I didn't. I had some decent competition, but I think just
Mm-hmm.
remembering like 2015 or something, like just people when we first went against like suburbs or something, they had a big O line, D line, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, dang, they're run the ball, and I'm like, yo, like, dang, okay, they like moving like us, like okay, and
Mm-hmm.
just like be able to, I got, I'm not, it's not, uh, I can't move them as much as I could, and have to really try my
Mm-hmm.
hardest to like get a good block in, and but no, I just also like in practice too. I just remember like my teammate Chi, he brought in his buddy. I think he
Mm-hmm.
is this K guy from.
Mm-hmm.
I think he played at UW Stephen Point, right?
Oh, Stevens Point.
Big
Okay.
buff dude, and man, he must have. We did one on ones, whatever. He blew up one of my guy. I was like, dang! He like knocked him back. I was like, okay, he was one of our starters. I was like, dang! And then I went up against him. I held my own, but I was like, oh my goodness, like this is even D3, like god damn. Who else for like a tournament, but and he did pretty good, but he was too aggressive apparently for the refs. But no,
Oh yeah.
it was just like those kind of able to those kind of moments were like, damn, like I'm not the biggest guy, I'm not the strongest guy, and I would say too, even when I first went against Johnny here, because I was like, man, I always want to go against him.
Mm-hmm.
But we finally got the chance to play. I forget what year, 2016, 2017.
Uh.
Uh, and he was, offense, defense, and he finally played nose. I was like, dang, now that's a big
Uh.
dude. I was like, that's a big dude. He can move. He got hands. Him and
Yo.
Wild Rice, right? Like,
Yeah.
man, got just like he like
Ooh.
T, but he's stocky, just like I remember him blitzing too. I'm like, god damn, like you felt that impact. You're like
Yeah.
those two trucks hit each other, like damn. Like I got to do this every play. Like damn. You know, and then
The
it was
game just
like good
started.
competition, but you know they ended up blowing us out for quite a bit. But yeah, those are the moments I'm like, damn, like you know, you're like, okay, okay, this is like the the top tier of the league where you meet some of these really really big and strong, powerful athletes. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
damn.
Speaking of Wild Rice, man, like, dude, that guy is. If you don't triple coverage him, there's no point. You know, like
Uh.
he demands triple people to try to block him, and he'll like I'll sit there and I'll watch him play end,
Yep.
and it'll take guard, tight end, and a running back to block him, and he still managed to
Yep.
just make the sack. And I'm like,
hmm
people are like, we can't do anything about it. You know, how many more
Yeah.
guys do you want to put on it? He's a cheat
hmm
code for real, dude. And
He really
funny thing
is.
is, the thing about Wild Rice, all he has is a rip, and it's like a half rip, and people can't stop that. I'm just like, wow.
But he's so fucking
He's
big and strong.
yeah, he's a big guy, dude. Seriously.
hmm
Mm.
Yeah, no. Shout out to Wild Rice though, man. That
Yeah,
guy's
shout out Wild
he
Rice,
cha- he
man.
changed it up a lot.
Yeah.
The thing about Wild Rice too is he could play tight end and quarterback and middle linebacker. So
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
but he liked playing D line, so we threw him
hmm
there.
It's funny that you say that because every time he play, he always have a flag on. I'm
Yeah.
like, why do you have a flag on? We know you're rushing,
yeah.
but yeah, he's just that athletic.
Yeah. The thing is, like,
Mm-hmm.
he's the type of guy that, he's a big guy, so you think, oh, he can't go both ways. No, he could go both ways, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he could literally play 40 minutes of football and,
Mm.
yeah, he'll be gasping for air and stuff like that, but he's ready to go. That's one thing that's so crazy about Wild Rice, man.
Mm-hmm. Is he half Hmong?
He's Nyala.
Oh,
He's
Anyalao?
Viet. Yeah, he's Viet.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay.
so this is the story how we got him. You guys want to hear the story how we got him?
Yeah. How did you guys recruit him?
So the story goes is one of our guy, our original quarterback, 2 year, um,
Oh.
2 year Vang. He supposedly he went to the club, and this was back in Epic, and
Oh yeah.
him and his buddies got kicked out of Epic, and Wild
Oh.
Rice was the security guard,
Oh.
and he went to Wild Rice. He's like, "Hey, you're a big guy. You want to come play football?" And he's like, "Okay, show up." He just showed up.
Wow. And
He
became a
showed up,
legend,
and
Hmong Flag
yeah,
Football.
he showed up, and then our defensive captain was Jim, and
Mm-hmm.
he looked at Jim. Jim looked at him, and Jim was like, I don't know why he was an ass at that time, but he was like, "Run to that tree. I want to see your form." And Wild Rice was like, "What? You want me to run to the tree to see my form?" So yeah, it's funny, it's crazy. But yeah, that's how we recruited. That's how they recruited Wild Rice.
And did he have football background or?
Yeah. The crazy thing is, he said in high school he was actually a soccer player,
Wow.
and
Oh.
yeah, the story goes that from what he said is that in high school he was a soccer player, and then the kicker, the football team and the soccer team went to play a game, and the kicker got hurt. And so they strapped the helmet on him, and he kicked the field goal. And then after that,
Shit.
the next season he came back and he started bulking up and he started playing football. And then
Oh yeah.
and then he went to Concordia to play ball there too. But originally he didn't even play HFF. He actually played soccer at J4. Yeah, he actually played soccer at
Shit.
J4. Yeah. So when our old quarterback recruited him, he had an idea what HFF was. He just didn't know anybody playing. And like Sid said, we had some freak athletes. He had 4 sacks, caught 2 touchdowns, scored some goals with Magic on a Saturday, and still won J4, dude. Like,
Damn.
crazy. Yeah.
Crazy ass athlete. Yeah, he could really do it all, man.
Yeah, he's amazing, dude.
Um, all right, let's go to our next segment. Um, give me 3 players that gave you a tough time.
Man, I can go first.
Mm.
First of all, man, Kenny, for ESPN, man, I hate going against him because
Oh, can you hear?
he's so. I mean, he's shorter and he has a good first move and he's explosive. He's
Mm-hmm.
fast off like, and then he just pursue like he doesn't stop rushing. So
Yep.
you block him once, he'll come back and make the flag, or and he's just smart too. So it's just like it's just like a chess match just trying to get him out of the way, or just trying to make sure that
Mm-hmm.
he's not like one time I blocked him, and then I didn't pancake him, but he fell down. He got up, chased down, make the play. I was like, what the heck? And
Mm. Yeah.
so he's always been like, so I'm like, man, I hope he plays DN or something. But
Yeah.
when he played nose, I was like, dang, okay, it's gonna be a tough one today.
Uh-huh.
And we always have really good battles out there. And then
Yep.
him, and then Wild Rice, man, when I played against him, phew,
Mm.
I was kind of rough too. But I only got to play against him once, but
Yep.
he gave me like you know, a good battle too. And then of course I always think of just Bruno, like just uh
Mm-mm.
he's big, he's strong, he's fast, and then he just has that really good first move. That little
Yeah.
like, so if you reach for him, he swipe the hands, get by you
Yeah.
and chase you down, and he's so good at that. Like he's just and then he play mind games too, so he'll adjust or they'll do different stunts or
He
whatever.
does, yep.
Um but yeah, no, they those are 3 guys. Like I was like, man, you know,
Mm-mm.
when you have power, speed, strength,
Technique.
and just technique, technique, and like that, especially at the nose guard position, like
Mm-hmm.
it's tough, because I got to snap the ball,
Hmm.
I got to get out quick, I got to move my feet, I got to use my hands, I got to like secure the block. If I don't hold the block long enough, you know, you're
Mm-hmm.
in the A gap. You're right by the quarterback. So or the
Yep.
running back or whatever. So yeah, say those 3 guys are the main guys that like uh give me a lot of of a lot of
Mm.
stress.
Talk about that. So you guys know how well, for us defense, we always tell our nose to attack the snapping hand. So do you guys as centers, do you guys know that, oh yeah, this is a disadvantage? I'm at a disadvantage because of that? Or do you guys use it as like, oh yeah, I know that they're gonna attack this, I'm gonna be prepared for it? How do you guys prepare for that?
For me, I tell my centers all the time and my nose tackles, that's your advantage. Like you got to
Mm-mm.
snap the ball and come back up and block. But as a center, um, I look at a lot of these centers, and if they're snapping with the right arm, their left
Mm-hmm.
arm is like lazy. It's like dead, and they get killed
Oh.
so easily. Me as a bystander, and I'm watching like, dude, they're attacking your snapping arm every single play. Um,
Yep.
when I play center, I actually put my arm across my body like this. As I
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
snap,
Oh.
I automatically get my hand on his outside shoulder, and then I come
Yep.
up with my snapping arm to hit the opposite shoulder in order to slow him down a little bit. But a lot of
Oh.
centers that I see, even back then and even now, the left arm is just sitting on, resting on the left knee, and I'm like, dude, you guys get killed
Mm-hmm.
every single play.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Uh.
For me, it's just I gotta move my feet quicker.
Yep.
I
Oh.
snap that ball. Once I snap the ball, I gotta move quick, especially if he knows. Hey, he knows he gotta shoot that gap and hit it
Yep.
hard. He shoots it hard, times it right. Then
Mm-mm.
I know like I gotta really beat him to that gap. And so
Yep.
um yeah, sometimes I just gotta move a little faster. With my either as my kick step, or or just my down block, whatever. And typically, if I'm just down blocking him, I can ride him out a little bit, and I get a
Yep.
little more time to do that. That helps a lot. But when I have to reach block him, man, that's like the hard problem. Like he's already has an angle on me. And he already has momentum too, and then I gotta get I'm already behind the line of scrimmage and trying to get around and
Yeah.
hook him. And I was like, that's when that's hard, But otherwise, if it's down block, okay, I'm okay with that. But the reach block is the hard part when you're just shooting there. But
we gotta get out of your position to block them. Uh, yeah. Give me a time when when you guys had to motivate your team during like a challenging time. For example, like when you guys had your backs against the wall, what did you guys have to do to motivate your team, or like to remind them that like, hey, we're still in this. Don't give up.
Before I answer that, let me go back to your other question. The three
Go
players
for
that
it.
gave me a hard time.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, I totally skipped
No,
over
you're
you.
good.
My
You're good.
bad.
You're good. Shout out to Tyler Lee, man, from IDK. That boy's a
Oh,
beast, dude. And battle wise, it's like 30% chance I'll win. 3 out of 10 that I'll beat him.
Yeah.
But he's a monster. Especially at his early years, he was a monster. The second one I have to give it to is the one that gave me the most trouble is unrated Joker.
Oh,
He wasn't that big. He wasn't that small. But I don't know what it was. His rip move just killed me every single time. And like you said, he hit that snapping arm and he would rip right through.
Damn.
He gave me the most trouble out of all HFF because he was just really quick. I know a lot of Sid would attest to it. He would tell you, yeah, Joker's probably my worst nemesis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for real. The third one, I would have to give it to towards the end of my career. A Tokido guy that was playing end. He went with the name was Superman or something like that. That guy was
from Suburbs?
I think it was. But
yeah,
I know that he was kind of jumping teams back and forth. But he gave me a lot of trouble. Like I said, this was towards the end of my career, and I actually had to come back to the huddle. I'm like, dude, I need help, dude. And out of all like 15 years, I've never asked for help. And with him, I'm like, I was playing left guard. I'm like, dude, I need help.
Yeah, I think he is from Suburbs because they did have a big ass Kido guy that was rushing.
Yeah.
So it might be him.
It could be.
Yeah, that guy. If it's the same guy, yeah, that guy he's tall, strong, aggressive too.
Yeah, and he could get low. That's the thing is he got low and just rip. I'm like, dang, dude. Like, I had to ask for help. It's crazy. But yeah, those are my three players that definitely give me a hard time in my career.
Damn, that's tough, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about the old days. Obviously the old days, like the players, these motherfuckers are so like aggressive to a point where they'll fight you. Like we hear like receivers and corners going at it, blah blah and stuff. How was it in the trenches? Were the D lines playing dirty too? Because there's a difference between aggressive and dirty. Were they playing like dirty?
It's always dirty, man. You can never hide it. But playing when we first started playing, I always tell my guys, we're gonna play with class. Sportsmanship and do a little trash talk here and there, but nothing more, nothing less. And when there was fights and stuff, I tell my guys back up, let the captains get in there and figure it out and be done with it. So back in the days, we knew that there was a lot of dirty teams, but we just sucked it up.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of it will be like kind of you catch an elbow to the side, or you catch a hand to the face or something like man, but you just
Yeah.
in that moment you're just like, all right, I'm not gonna complain about it. All right, I'm gonna get you next. Yeah, but not in a dirty way. But I'm gonna get you.
Yep.
Um, but nowadays, I was complaining a little bit more, try to get flagged or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of like that where it's aggressive, and then there's just moments of dirty play or when they're going for a pass breakup, and then they'll actually bump bodies or hit you, like you're like,
Yep.
ooh, you felt that, like just just that kind of trying to that toughness because that's they're trying to get an edge on you,
Mm.
because a lot of them were like again when I first started, dude, like 2012, it was like still kind of that like you still have those teams they're aggressive and
Yep.
they just they're not like true football guys too, like they
Mm-hmm.
didn't grow up playing like high school football or organized football. They just like were
Mm-hmm.
just they're decent athletes and they just compete and play hard, So
Yeah, I just can't
uh,
plug in and play.
yeah, so a lot of times it's like they're just out of control too sometimes because
Mm-hmm.
they're just how they play. They often don't know any better really. So
Yeah,
Right.
because for you, you're like, yo, I'm playing this for the game. But for them, they're like, I don't give a fuck if I lose
yeah,
or win, though.
yeah.
if you if you're gonna make me feel like I'm weak, man, I'm gonna prove you wrong, type deal. Yeah,
No,
it
I
doesn't.
usually tell my guys, I'm like, yeah, I get a hands to the face. I'm like, I tell the nose tackle, I'm like, hey, that's your one. Don't fuck
Mm.
up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get you
Mm-hmm.
next, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
damn.
I tell them straight up. I'm like, hey, you better watch the hands to the face. Cause I get
Yup.
it. Back in the days, it was jerseys, so everything slips.
Yep.
And, I get it, right? But I tell them straight up, hey, that's your one. Don't let
Mm.
it happen again. And they just like, oh, okay.
Uh.
But
Yeah.
also, runner up, shout out, Dow Yang from, Wisconsin, dude.
Oh.
Towards
Oh
my end of
yeah.
my career, that boy
Mm-hmm.
would like,
Yep.
he'll look at me and he'll read me. He like, it's a pass play, huh? I'm like, shut up, kid. Line up. He'll look at me. He's like,
uh.
it's a run play, huh? I'm like, dude, stop.
Now we're
No,
playing the
shout out.
mental game for real.
Yeah, yeah, no, for real. Like, but overall, he called it out though. Like, he would just look at me the way that I lined up,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Oh, it's a run
Oh.
play. Oh, it's a pass play." Like, he called it out, and I was like, "I don't like you, dude."
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, cause
Yeah, so
now
shout
you're
out to
like,
Dow.
shut out, Dal. Yeah, cause now you're like, bro, he's kind of picking up what we're doing, dude. We gotta do something different. But going back to what Jonathan was saying, like back in the days, it doesn't help out because it was players reffing too.
Yeah.
Yep.
These guys, they're just
I'll let you
honestly,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lahachka, it's kind of like, man, bro, we just gotta play it out. And talk about player refs, it brings me back to when I first met Johnny. I
Uh-oh.
had I think, I had a chain gang. Yeah, I had a chain gang. I had a chain gang for BV sideline, and then I think the ref on our side, well, our chain gang, we were pretty young too, so we didn't know. And then so us chain gang, we're like, oh, it's the first down, so we moved, and the ref was like, don't move yet, and we're like, oh shit, so we came back, and the ref was like, oh shit, we lost our spot, and then Johnny was like, and Johnny was telling me, Johnny was like, hey man, you guys need to do a better job, man, you know, and me doing chain gang like before I knew where I was gonna chain gang, they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna chain gang on BV sideline. I'm like, oh shit, I already know I'm gonna get yelled at, bro. I'm not even the ref. I already know I'm gonna get yelled at.
Yeah.
Boom, Johnny starts yelling at me. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. And I was like, dude, my bad, bro. And Johnny was cool too though. Johnny like, oh yeah, bro, it's okay, man, but hey, just don't do it again, okay? And that's how I was like, yeah, okay, bro, I gotta lock in for real. And that's how I
No,
was like, oh, uh-huh.
the thing that I hated the most was there would be guys that know what they're doing, but they
Mm-hmm.
just send out like all the second string and all the guys that
Yeah.
don't know what they're doing. I'm like, come on, at least send out the captains, at least send out the
Mm-hmm.
players that at least have an idea of when to move the chain, when to, penalties or
Mm.
whatever. Like, Dude,
Yep.
that's why, back in those days, I was always so mad. They would send the littlest kids, and I'm like, dude, do you even know what you're doing? Like, come on, man. Like, send the older guys, dude.
Yep. For real. Yeah, and it really sucked because us young guys were like, dude, we don't know what we're doing. Like, why go learn? Like, what? Bro, we're gonna have so many missed calls, and I'm not gonna
Right.
lie, players will take advantage of that too. They're like, oh,
Oh,
it's a
for
young
sure.
guy. It's a young guy. He doesn't know much. Fuck it, we're gonna take advantage.
Yep.
And I'm gonna name a team, and then you give me the first player that comes to your head. Okay. All right. Let me start off with. All right. Let's go Warriors.
Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
Well, if you say
Or
Warriors,
that.
I have to say McDonald's, man. Back in the day, they had the McDonald's color jerseys.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny because it's supposed to be gold.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Let me get IDK.
Oh, man. Defensive line, starting with Tyler Chudu. Chudu was a monster end.
Mm.
Yeah. Key, Chudu Key, Tyler.
Damn, what are you in it?
Key was Chudu's brother, dude. That boy's a big boy too. He was big.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yup. Definitely a unit then. What about you, Jonathan?
Man, I've honestly, like, I've never played them, and I think that was just before my time, or
Oh.
before I really got into the scene of these other teams, or mainly, yeah. I always hear about IDK, but yeah, I
Mm.
wouldn't know any of the guys there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think IDK was done right around like 2010, 2011
Yeah.
or something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Alright, let me get Plaza Boys.
I would have to say Ali. Ali, the quarterback. That guy,
Oh,
he can't run that good, but he could throw the ball pretty well, and he'll break down the defense. A type of
mm,
quarterback that can read the defense really well. Um,
mm-hmm,
I would say him. He's out of all the quarterbacks besides Mike, like he was
mm-hmm.
pretty good.
Oh,
That's
you
Big
got,
Jerry Lau.
Oh yeah, J-Law too.
that's true, man. Yeah. Alright, let me get unrated.
Man,
Joker for me, man.
Oh, uh,
If BV guys know, at least the old guys, they know exactly who I'm talking about.
yeah, I'd never heard his name.
Yeah,
man. Go ahead.
he comes to the young and rated's games all the time too.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he comes and sometimes he wears a hat, but he's always on the sideline.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Johnny, you got a person?
Yeah, Park, man. I just remember, shoot,
Yeah.
we played in the Metrodome Dome, bro.
Oh,
We were up like 28-0 by halftime. They came back and beat us they came back to beat us,
mm,
and it was parking them, and just the option
Yep.
pass, option play, like,
yup.
and he kept playing for a bit too, even when he was about to retire. So, but yeah, I'll think of Park, the quarterback. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true,
unrated.
man.
The deadly thing about unrated, they'll milk the clock, man. You
mhm.
let the offense get the ball, your offensive possession will be like one round. That's it. They'll milk the clock like it's nothing.
Hell yeah. Option 3 yard, 4 yard,
Yep.
pass. Just
It's
slowly
crazy,
drive it
dude.
down. All right, let me get show runs.
Hey, I only know because my friend Stummer.
Oh, okay.
So I have I have to give it to Yer. That girl 35.
Oh,
She's
Uh-huh.
she's out of their league, man. Like she's cheat code. Her and 0-0
Mhm.
together. Who are you gonna cover?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She retired? Yeah.
No, I think something about like she broke her ankle or broke her foot or something like that. That's why she didn't play last year. And then
Oh.
Oh.
yeah, so I think she's coming back again this year.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
because I believe she played Labor Day, and
Oh
then
yeah. Uh.
yeah, if I remember right, she played Labor Day. And man, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, who are you gonna cover, man? You gonna cover 0-0? Or you gonna cover 35, man?
Dude, you can't run cover two either. Man, that's tough. All right. Before we end the segment or before we end the whole podcast, obviously you guys played, pretty deep into the beginning of flag football, and you guys got a taste of the new generation. Do you guys think the new school can hang with the old school?
Man.
Because I think when Newton Hunter was on, we were talking. They're like, the new school definitely has the passing game over the old school,
Mm-hmm.
but the old school has the run game over the new school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from a lineman's perspective, what do you guys think?
I don't think so. I think old school, like the aggressiveness, it just the mentality, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the new school, a lot of younger guys, they know football more. They understand the
Yep.
game a little more. They're getting coached up. They're starting in actual flag football and other teams. They're playing in high school. They're having their own teams, stuff like that, and they're maybe even more talented, to be honest, athletically
Mm-hmm.
and even as skill wise as football players. But I think, yeah, a lot of from what I've seen and experienced, like the beginning of my career among flag football was like that. I mean, that was it was fun to watch, and also
Mm-hmm.
pretty something so different and so like unique, like just that. Yeah, just that aggressiveness and just like, man, it was hostile. Like you didn't want to walk near, didn't want to walk near a sideline
Mm-hmm.
or be at the field or something. Like you're like, man, you didn't know. Yeah, you didn't know if it was a fight would break out any point,
That's
or
true,
something.
dude.
Yeah, so I say in some ways old school and in some ways new, but I think old school is like for the most part, you know, yeah, they had it on the edge. I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The run game, man, it's gonna wear them down.
Right. Um, New school cannot beat the intensity that old school had, man. Like old school is smash
Agreed.
mouth football. Like you get hit in the mouth, you get right back up and you hit them right back. But for these
Yup.
new school, they get hit in the mouth and they're like, I'm out. Like I don't want to play. So
Mm-hmm.
and like back in the days, especially with the rule book changes, trying to keep the players safe, like
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
they won't be able to handle the old school. Um,
Yup.
Receivers jumping up for balls, they will get headhunted. Safeties get
Yeah.
headhunt everybody. But now it's like with the safety issue and stuff like that, so we let it go a little bit easier. But
Yup.
just the intensity that
Hmm.
they cannot hang.
Mm.
Back in our days, we got bigger O line and D line.
Yup.
Just things that the new school wish they had. But
Yup.
if you're talking about skill position, I think the new school will have an edge. Just like
Yup.
Johnathan
Hmm.
says, nowadays everybody's getting coached up. Route tree, Ethan Cha running all his routes and stuff. I'm like, man, it's crazy, and everybody
Mm-hmm.
sees it and everybody wants to be better. That's how you get better.
Yup. That's true, man.
But I just want to say, we didn't get into explain a time when you had a challenge to motivate your team during a
Oh yeah, that's
challenge
right.
moment. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
so we'll go
yes.
back to that. Yeah.
Okay, yes, let's go back to that. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
Mm-mm.
For me, 2011 Labor Day.
Okay.
We went to Green Bay. One of our guys that was when Lights Out retired and they came back.
Oh.
Green Bay hosted the tournament, and they sponsored Lights Out to come, and
Wow.
they sponsored Lights Out to come, and they showed up, and their coach, oh, what's the coach name again? But the coach was talking trash to a couple of our guys that went there early, and they went to a
Uh-huh.
bar or whatever, and they were just talking straight up trash, saying that they could beat us, blah
Uh-huh.
blah blah. And it
Yep.
was Friday or Thursday night or something like that. They called
Mm-hmm.
up Sid. Sid,
Oh.
we got to beat these guys. You better find a way for us to beat them. And shout
Yeah.
out to Sid. Seriously, definitely shout out to Sid. He
Yup.
went all night long finding all the clips that he could, and out
Mm.
of a regular size college notebook paper, he drew
Yep.
up all the formations, every single play that came out of that formation. And then by the time we
Damn.
got to the game and we played them, because
Mm-hmm.
they were playing King of the Hill. I don't know if you guys remember King of the Hill, where
Mm-hmm.
you play all the way to like semis or whatever, and then the next day
Mm.
you just sit there and you play late, right?
Yep.
And it was BV Plaza, um, Lights Out, and somebody else. And so
Mm-hmm.
on the second day we went to play Lights Out, and
Yep.
I kid you not, every single formation that Lights Out lined up, Sid flipped the page, found it. It's like, hey, they're running this route. Boom, we just adjusted. The quarterback
Uh-uh.
kept looking at us. Boom, ran the play, the exact same play that he called out. Boom, they get into the next formation.
Damn.
Sid looked at his page, pulled it up. Hey, whatever the play was, line up in that formation, covered
Mm-hmm.
it. Dude, it was crazy, dude. Like, Lights Out had to call timeout to me, like, dude, what the heck is going on? Like, they were not
Yeah.
ready for us. Yeah.
Damn. Talk about commitment, bro.
Dude, it was crazy, man. That's why all of BV has so much respect for Sid is through all
Mm.
his game planning and just the craziness that he gives, man.
Damn. Yeah, that's for real commitment. Yeah, cause yeah, I need to get him on the podcast too, cause I know he has a lot of interesting stories to tell, man. Um. So yeah, I'm guessing you guys won that game.
Yeah, we were actually down. I think our game is on YouTube. Just search
Mm.
up Black Venom versus Lights Out 2011 and it'll
Uh.
pop up. But we were actually down like 2 touchdowns or something like that, and we came back and won.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh. Yeah, and how was the handshake after that match?
I actually feel very guilty because after we beat them,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
went down to the losers bracket, and if they win, they beat Plaza, they come back and play us in the championship game. So I
Oh.
felt very bad because when we beat them to go to the finals, they
Mm-hmm.
went to play Plaza to come to the finals too. And everybody was celebrating. I told my side, I'm like, STFU, like, we're not done yet. We're going to see them in
Yep.
the finals. I was preparing
Yep.
them. So everybody was like, yeah, let's go. Like, my guys were ready to go to war with me. Like, they were happy, but they had like their dog face. They're like, we're ready to roll again. And unfortunately, they
Mm.
lost to Plaza, and then Plaza came, and then it got dark, and no, actually, I think we beat Plaza. We beat Plaza in
Uh.
the finals, yeah. And so I felt very bad because I told my guys not to celebrate because we're
Yep,
gonna
for
see them
sure.
next, and I felt very, very bad about that.
Nah, man, they knew what they were asking for. Yeah, let's say the role was reversed, when they actually beat you guys. Bro, they're not letting their feet off the gas either, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
they beat us, we would have played Plaza, and then we would have went to play them. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've been around when they did King of the Hill style, where you win, you
Mm.
can just keep playing all the way until you lose, and you go to losers bracket.
Oh no, I don't
Oh,
think
did we
I've
skip?
ever
Oh,
played that.
yeah,
Uh,
that's how they did it in Green Bay a couple years.
oh yeah. You know that okay, that kind of format, it's actually nice. Because at least if
Hmm.
you lose, then you're like, hey, we still have another chance.
Right.
Versus one and done.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe that's what we need to bring back. You think that'll
Oh,
be a dope idea?
that's tiring. It's tiring, man.
Uh,
Yeah. Because the hard thing is like how to set up the bracket for that. You know, like because
mm,
at least when you play by point differential, seeding wise, right? But when you're playing
mm-hmm.
King of the Hill style and you go to losers bracket, well, how do you know who's playing who? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that's the
uh,
only hard part.
trying to figure out the loser bracket and how it works.
Right.
All
Oh
right,
yeah, that's right. Reed said we beat Plaza the first day. That's why they went to losers bracket and we split. That's what it was. He's right about that.
damn. The poor old time when nobody had lights outside. How sad, man.
But one thing though I loved about Green Bay, man, you could bring in your alcohol, you park right on the field. That was
Oh,
nice. Yeah.
really? That is
Yep.
nice.
It was super nice, man. You didn't have to do
Um,
a J4 walk. You didn't have to do
Mhm.
Cottage Grove walk. You just park right there, unload, and dude, you could literally run into cars.
damn. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I think I was like doing research and like going through the BV photos and shit. I'm like, bro, these guys are playing like 10 yards away from cars. What the fuck? I'm like, I think that's kind of dangerous, but fuck it. It's the old
It
time. Nothing
worked.
was like constructed in place.
Yeah.
All right. I want to thank you guys for coming onto the
Oh,
podcast, man.
give it to Jonathan
Thanks
real
for.
quick. Let
Oh,
Jonathan answer the
oh
challenging moment.
yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Holy shit. What the
Okay.
yeah, Jonathan. Explain the time when you had to motivate your team when you guys had your back against the wall.
Yeah, I'll be quick. We had
Oh, you're good, bro.
College Grove, and it was like a 1 day tournament. I think it was back at 2018 or something like that, and um, we some of the guys got hurt. I got hurt. My in the middle of a phenoms game, like my knee, my left guard pancaked somebody into my knee, and then like I tore my MCL. But like
I
I
remember
was,
seeing that video.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
nasty, man. And I was, man, I'm one of the captains. I'm hurting. I'm the center. I'm down. My first time ever watching from the sideline, and then yeah, just the guys like have to rally at
Mm.
halftime to just finish the game, and we ended up winning, which was nice. We came back and win, and that was tough, man. That was like, especially to do it, to not be there to so be there to like play
Yep.
and help them, and being hurt,
Mm-hmm.
just be like, man. And I was, feeling sorry for myself. Also, I was like, man, but we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Like I don't, I'm hurt, but we can still do this. Like, and we
Yep.
helped some of the other guys that got hurt because they cramped out or they rolled their ankle or something. But
Mm-hmm.
that was a good hard challenge for us, and
Mm-hmm.
we grew a lot from that tournament in general. But yeah, that was my one moment that I had to really encourage the guys and say, hey, a lot of our stars in here, but we gotta step up. We gotta find a way to win. So
Yeah, it's definitely tough to play a game when your captain's out because now you're like, oh, when your presence is gone, it
Yeah.
really shifts the whole mood,
hmm
man. Because now you're like, yo, who's gonna lead now? And now it's like, bro, all right, fuck it, let's just figure something out. And it's not just that, but seeing your captain down, you're kind of like, damn, that's kind of sad too. But yeah, that's when it turns on the part of your mind where you're like, hey, we gotta go win it for our captain.
hmm
It's either we go win it for our captain or we disappoint him.
They wanted for me,
uh,
so I was really nice.
that's great, man.
Before you
But
end it, I want to give a quick shout out to
yep.
KP. Funny story about KP.
Oh,
I
KP,
think
yeah.
yeah, I think it was J4. It was I was walking by. It was always a BV demon battle, and
Mm-hmm.
I remember one year he put like tape or whatever to make it look like a mustache. And he's like, "Hey, look at me, I'm Appleseed." I'm like, "The hell? That's funny as hell, dude." Shout out KP, one of the better centers in HFF.
Yeah, he's been holding it down too.
Yeah.
Goofy ass guy. You got any shout out you want to give to Jonathan?
Man, just shout out my whole team, man. They like Madeira or Van Brooks, injured. Mike Vang, Mason, all these guys that retired too, Tutu, all these guys that hold on the team for so long. When some of our coaches were out, some of us were in, and even especially through COVID. COVID was crazy. And we were still like trying to make sure we were all safe and practice and moving. Trying to do something
Yep.
but yeah, the core guys stuck around, and the new guys, and my buddy Shaq and these guys from Augsburg all came through and to help boost the team up, and so yeah, big shout out to them because they put in the work and they show up and they help carry the team, and I used to years ago I used to just carry everything on my back because I'm a captain, I got to do everything, got to pay for everything, got to get the jerseys, got to do all that. But now, like they're the new captains and they're the new guys that are stepping up and filling their role and doing the documentary and all that. So, yeah, big shout out to them and carry. We haven't won any championship, but these guys compete at a high level, and they, I know that well, sooner or later we'll get some. But yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, you guys gonna get there, man. Just one play away.
Yeah, for me, I want to do additional shout out to old and young generations, all the players making it special still. Continue to watch my live streams and stuff like that, and it just makes me want to continue too. So shout out to you guys, especially the ladies. I know that it's hard getting a lot of players, getting a lot of teams, but man, they're still duking it out there. Sometimes I watch them play and they play at such a high level that they could compete with men, and that's how crazy it is. So shout out to the ladies as well. Thank you, B, for having us on the podcast. A lot of people, they look at linemen, they're like, whatever. It's always superstar status, but thanks for always remembering us big boys.
Yeah, thanks, B.
Yeah, no problem, man. Like I said, you linemen never get enough credit, man. Like, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, man, how do you guys find the passion to commit to O-line? Because the only stat you guys get against you guys is false starts and holdings. Other than that, you guys don't get anything else, Like, oh, shit, we just threw a touchdown, but you can't even mark that, oh, yeah, I did that, So, yeah, big shout out and much love to the linemen, man, because we all know that they do the hardest work, but we just don't. There's just no way to appreciate them, and I appreciate my linemen. Like me as a Mike linebacker, I'm like, yo, that was all you, D line. That was all you guys, man. Thanks. Yep, for real. And then offense wise too, it's like boom, great pass, or whatever. Dude, y'all don't get any kind of recognition, like, hey, shit, good pocket, good this, good that.
Right.
Y'all get beat. What the fuck you doing, man? And then it's like, damn, that's the only time people talk to you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, much love to you, linemen, man. You guys really keep the game going, man. And you guys know how valuable it is, And Johnny with setting the camp. Remember when that one year you tried to set up the O-line camp? Yeah, and and I think did people show up to it?
Honestly, I was pretty disappointed. I had so many people message me, like at least 12, 13 people message me. And then when it showed up, it was Chengla from Animosity and a girl from what's the purple team called again?
Oh, Amethyst?
Yeah, Amethyst. And they came and they did some work. It was great doing the work, but I was like, man, I can't do this if only 2 people show up. I want it to be like a group thing. So, I tell teams all the time right now. I'm like, dude, if you guys are having trouble, with linemen, you guys have issues, like reach out to me. Don't just say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I'm reaching out." I'm like, no, like when the time comes, say, "Hey,
Yep.
this is where we practice. This is the time.
Yep.
This is the location. Come." And if you guys do ask me to come, and I get there and I see only one or two, I'm like, no, I'm good. Like you guys
Yep.
gotta be dedicated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Because now it's a waste of your time.
Exactly.
Yep.
I'm not gonna come to your practice and there's a bunch of backup. I'm like, it doesn't work.
It's just not gonna work that way. Yeah. Mm. All right. Well, thank you guys for hopping on, man. I just started this thing. I I don't even know how it's gonna go, but all I know is I love to hear you guys' stories, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that loves to hear it. And you guys, with the longevity that you guys have, it's amazing. And I'm sure there's way more stories that we haven't heard from you two. And hopefully down the road we'll dig more into it, man.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful and I appreciate you guys for making the time to hop on the podcast. It really means a lot to me, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
all
it.
good. Yeah, thank you for having
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, I wish you guys luck. Stay healthy. I'll see you guys out in the field. If I'm still playing, I'm probably gonna end up running to Johnathan again. If I'm not playing, I'm gonna be recording with Johnny, man. So thank you
Sounds like a
guys for
plan.
this.
No problem. Anytime, dude.
Thanks, guys. Yep.
All right, thank you
All
guys.
right. Peace.
Love you guys,
Peace
man.
out, guys.
Yeah. Love you too.